Hey there, Luke here from Actionstep. I want to show you how much more productive you can be by using Actionstep's add-in for Outlook as you work. The add-in is basically like a meta management hub in your inbox. Rather than flipping between Outlook and Actionstep, just use the add-in to manage your team's work, keep files up to date, and access documents to attach. Most of the things you need to do to stay on top of your legal files you can do within the add-in. You can even use email templates to save time and make sure your communications are consistent and error-free. Let me show you how. So here I have an example of an email that's come through to me. The first thing that I'm going to do is, you can see with my add-in on the right-hand side, I'm actually just going to search for the matter to attach. So I'm going to search for green, and it brings up green leaf foods, and I'm going to click on that there. Okay, so you can see it's saving attachments. And it says saved down the bottom. That means it's currently saved to this matter. If I were to go to this matter within Actionstep, I would see that this email is now attached to it. Okay. Now the first thing that I'm going to show you is the ability to choose where your attachments actually are stored within your matter documents. By default, they are stored in your matter, but they're not filed, and this will allow you to select the location. So I'm going to click on this top left-hand icon that has a little mail on it, a little envelope, and I'm going to click Organize Attachment. Okay, and you can see here it shows the three attachments here, one of them being the logo that I have is pulled through as an image, but the two that I really want to sort are the settlement and the engagement letter that I have listed here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click those, select those two, check them, move to, and I actually want to move them to my matter docs, and I'm going to go ahead and select that and then click move. And just like that, I've now moved where those attachments are going to save within my matter. Okay. The next thing I want to show you is how you create records within the system. So as you can see, we've got parties, file notes, time entries, and tasks. And if I click through each of these, you can actually see the records that actually exist within Actionstep right here from your inbox. As you can see, I've got no tasks, so what I'm going to do here is very easily click on plus, and I'm able to now add any one of those records into my Actionstep system right here from within Outlook. So I'm going to go ahead and click task, and the task will be reach out to client, and I can put a description. I'll put a due date here of tomorrow, and I'll save that against myself. And really, it's just as easy as that when it comes to creating records within your Actionstep system. Okay. Now, the next feature I want to show you is bulk assigning emails into Actionstep. So not only do you have the ability to do the assigning like we have now, one by one, but you can actually do it in bulk. So either straight from the summary of your inbox, or from within a single email like we are now, you can actually see this bulk assign logo that you can click on. And what that will then do is it will bring up a pop-up that will allow me then to see the list of emails that are sitting in my inbox. And I actually want to select these three here, just like that. Click Next, which will allow me to search for a matter. And I'm just going to put them in green leaf foods as well here. Select that and click Next Assign to Matter. Okay, and as you can see, it's just in the process now of attaching those emails to matters, and that makes it a lot easier to bulk assign. Okay, and we're done there. Perfect. Awesome. So the next thing that I'm going to go through and show you is, if I go to a new email that I've got drafted up here, I want to show you how the functionality works here. So you can see on the right hand side, I have the search bar as per normal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and type in green leaf foods here as well. Select the matter, and now you can see it says assigned once you send the email. So essentially, we're preemptively selecting this is where our email is going to assign. Now, one thing that this does allow us to do is actually use some of the details within Actionstep and pull them through into the email as we write it. So for a good example of this is, if I click into my to field, my recipient field, and in the top left-hand corner of our plugin, you can see a little mail icon. You can see now, once I click that, I have the ability to click Add Recipients. So in this case, I'm going to click John Smith, and just like that, you can see John Smith has populated into our to field. I'm going to do the same with Jimmy McKay over here, and just like that, it's super easy to pull through the details, the email addresses of those contacts straight into our newly drafted email. Okay, now one of the huge benefits we have is if we have templates within our system, super easy to pull those through as well. So all I'm going to do is click on the envelope in the top left hand corner of our plugin again, and right underneath the add recipients I've got a user template. If I click on that, I can see I've got a settlement letter here. I'm just going to select that, and as you can see, it pulls through information from my template, and where it says Dear John Smith, that is a merge field that I have configured to automatically pull through the details of who we have marked as our client in this scenario. Okay, so you can see how this is a lot of benefit in terms of saving you time in your workday if you have a number of emails to be sending on a recurring basis. So that's just a quick overview of our Outlook add-in. Definitely make sure you make use of this because it is a huge time saver, and I'm sure it's obvious to you that how it can make your workflow a whole lot more streamlined. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Otherwise, have fun exploring.